Reigns defeated CM Punk in the show-stealing main event of WrestleMania 42 to recapture World Championship glory and reestablish himself as WWE's top star, with WWE already teasing another chapter against the other champion in WWE, Cody Rhodes, while names like LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys, and Obafemi continue to rise around Reigns. The stage is set for a very compelling championship reign that will be the center of WWE television heading into WrestleMania 43. At least that's what we're kind of seeing in our fantasy forecast. Yes, let's look ahead and see where it could go for the OTC. Acknowledge us with that like button. You're watching Sports Key to Wrestling, and subscribe for more content just like this. Royce Keys, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs in All Elite Wrestling, gets a title shot as a breakout run following Clash in Italy. The story is that Keys doesn't want to accept Roman's legacy and supremacy talk and wants to break the established order and become a new generational leader in his own way. Roman tries to label him as another rookie looking for attention, but Keys is building up steam with big wins and passionate promos, even beating one of the Usos. Keys puts in the performance of his life at Night of Champions. He kicks out and survives multiple spears, making the crowd believe that an upset is possible. Roman finally is able to dispatch him after a second crushing spear, but then shows a rare bit of respect, raising Keys' hand after the win. The loss instantly makes Keys a star and a future main event player. SummerSlam brings a rivalry that never truly ends. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, his old running mate in The Shield. WWE's already been rumored to consider Rollins as one of Roman's major challengers moving forward, making this a perfect stage for another chapter in their legendary rivalry. Seth spends weeks reminding everyone that Roman's empire exists because of the visionary shattering the Shield years ago. The feud becomes intensely personal, with no factions, no allies, no distractions, just two men who know each other better than anyone else. At SummerSlam in Minneapolis, they wrestle for a 30-minute classic filled with counters, near falls, and callbacks to their history. Rollins lands multiple stomps when Roman survives everything thrown at him. In the closing moments, Roman spears Rollins through a barricade before delivering one final spear in the ring to earn a decisive victory. For the first time, Roman truly closes the book on Seth Rollins. The next chapter is LA Knight. Yeah, after winning a contenders tournament, Knight immediately becomes a thorn in Roman's side. Promos that are electric and searing, mocking Roman Reigns' constant demand for acknowledgement. Every segment feels must-see, and Knight becomes more popular with each passing week, even getting the promo leverage on the OTC. At Bad Blood, the megastar comes agonizingly close to winning the championship. However, a referee bump, some interference from Solo Sikoa, setting up a separate program, allows Roman to steal the victory. Roman retains, but Knight leaves a stronger name than he was before. At Crown Jewel, Roman enters one of the biggest matches of this reign as he faces the undisputed WWE champion, the man who bested him at WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes. It's champion versus champion in Saudi Arabia. The company has already teased another major confrontation between the two at Clash in Italy, making this a natural destination for a possible trilogy closer. Cody reminds Roman that their rivalry stands at one apiece, and the match that headlines the event is neither title on the line, but simply bragging rights. After an incredible battle, Cody appears seconds away from victory with the Crossroads. Roman barely survives. Moments later, Roman counters with his own Crossroads and a spear, but he can't get the clean victory. Another spear, and he uses the ropes for leverage. Yes, Roman must cheat to win. It's not like he hasn't done that before. Roman wins the battle with the American Nightmare, but Cody remains protected, leaving the possibility an asterisk for a fourth match to truly even the odds in the distant fighting future. Survivor Series War Games shifts the focus back into family warfare. Solo Sikoa becomes obsessed with taking everything that Roman has built. His MFT faction repeatedly attacks Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob Fatu. The conflict escalates. War Games becomes unavoidable and expected. Bloodline enters the cage with Roman, Jimmy, and Jay and Jacob. Across from them, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Hikuleo. Yes, the match is absolute chaos. Jacob and Solo nearly destroy each other. Wow! Roman and Solo fight atop the cage structure. The finish sees Roman launch himself onto Solo before pinning him after a spear. The Bloodline survives the war. Solo refuses to accept defeat and earned one final title opportunity at the Royal Rumble. There are no factions, no interferences, no excuses. The story revolves around determining the true tribal chief once and for all. Yes, Solo pushes Roman harder than ever before. Ultimately, Roman wins clean. 3 consecutive spears. Following the match, Solo finally acknowledges Roman, ending the family civil war. At least, that's what Roman thinks. With even more odds stacked against him, Roman must now enter the Elimination Chamber and defend the World Heavyweight title. With WrestleMania not that far away, he's able to outlast the field, and in the closing moments, locked away from the help of the Usos and locked in with the ruler Obafemi, Roman Reigns, through crafty means and a splashing crash into a pod, is able to crawl out, survive, and pin Obafemi. Just barely survive. But the next night, on the Raw After Elimination Chamber, something changes drastically. Yes, finally, when Roman thinks he can declare himself the one true tribal chief, finally, when he can say that he is the greatest Samoan wrestler of all time, finally, The Rock returns. Yes, The Rock returns and congratulates Roman for rebuilding the bloodline and carrying WWE as the champ. Then he reveals the truth. Roman may be the champion, Roman may be the tribal chief, but he will never truly be the head of the table while the final boss is still around. The feud immediately becomes bigger than the championships. It becomes family, legacy, generational dominance, and the future of the Anoa'i dynasty. Their history, Bloodline's history, their WrestleMania 40 alliance, all revisited through the build. At WrestleMania 43, Roman Reigns and The Rock headline Night 2 and the biggest match that WWE can possibly present. The Rock delivers a rock bottom, a people's elbow combination. Roman somehow kicks out. The crowd erupts. After surviving everything his cousin can throw at him, Roman finally connects with 2 spears and traps The Rock in a guillotine choke. The Rock passes out. Yeah, he doesn't tap out, he doesn't get pinned, but he does pass out, and Roman retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Fireworks explode around the stadium. The Rock stands up, looks Roman in the eye, finally acknowledges him. Roman closes WrestleMania 43 standing alone as the head of WWE's table, completing a truly dominating run as maybe the greatest World Heavyweight Champion that we've seen in WWE's history. What do you think? How would you want to book Roman Reigns' world title reign moving forward? If someone should beat him for the title, who should that person be? Let us know in the comments below.